You know I love Roth IRAs. I think they're like the best account ever. Except here's the thing. Is there a retirement account that's actually better than a Roth? We're going to talk about it today. All right, so I tricked you a little bit. It's not literally a retirement account, it's an HSA. But I want to talk about what an HSA is and how you can use it in retirement. And if you do it the right way, it's better than a Roth. To start off with, an HSA is a health savings account. Different than an FSA. An FSA, flexible spending account, is something where money goes into an account and you have to spend it at the end of every year on medical supplies, things like that. An HSA account is money that goes into an account and it can stay there. You can build up a balance in it over time. And if you use it for the right purposes, it's used tax-free. And so an HSA account is the only account that is triple tax advantage. Triple tax advantage, what do I mean? When you put the money in, you get a deduction. So the money that goes in, you can deduct it from your income now. While it grows inside of the HSA account, it's tax deferred. You don't pay taxes as it grows. And when you do decide to pull the money out, if you're using it for a qualified expense, you can use it tax free. Now that sounds amazing, right? That's better than a Roth. A Roth has two tax advantages. It grows tax deferred. You could use it tax free in the future, but you don't get a deduction when you put it in. So there you go. Better than a Roth. But here's the thing, you can't just use it on anything. You got to use it on healthcare expenses. A lot of folks who have HSA accounts just put the money in, and as they have bills, they have a doctor bill, what have you, they just take it out and pay it. There's an advantage there in that you're paying for your medical expenses tax-free because you got that deduction when it went in, but you're not taking full advantage of the HSA there because you're not allowing time for it to grow. And the potential growth on that money over a long period of time can be extremely powerful. So if you use it as a retirement planning tool by saying, this is my healthcare retirement fund, if you will. I've got my other retirement accounts, my Roth, my 401k, my 403b, my traditional IRA, whatever you've got put away there. I've got that for all the other stuff in retirement, but I'm going to use the HSA account to pay for my medical expenses. That's a really good plan because now you can really take advantage of all three of those tax benefits from an HSA. And chances are you're going to have plenty of healthcare bills in retirement. Fidelity comes out with a study every year that talks about the average amount of money that you'll need in retirement. And this year, 2023, they said that a couple who's 65 years old will spend $315,000 on healthcare over their retirement lifetime. That's a mind-numbing amount. Get out in front of that, start putting some money into an HSA. So now we're going to get into HSA accounts. What are the specifics? How much can you put in? What are some of the drawbacks? So if you're a family, if you have a family HSA account, you can put in 2023, $7,750 per year into the account. You can put an extra $1,000 in if you're over the age of 55. There's a catch-up contribution to these as well. So $7,750 plus $1,000 if you're over 55. If you're single, half that. $3,850 per year can go into the HSA. That's money that comes from either the employer or you. A lot of employers offer HSA accounts and they might put some funding into it. You can't like double up and put more money in over the limit. You can put the total in whether it comes from them or comes from you. So one of the other benefits to an HSA as opposed to, for example, a Roth, there's no income limits. Make all the money you want to make. You can still contribute to an HSA. There's not a phase out like there is on a Roth IRA or other types of retirement plan accounts. Now here's the big drawback to an HSA. You have to be part of a high deductible health plan. So if you have a traditional health insurance plan, you may not be able to participate in an HSA. Really, HSAs exist because they say, okay, if you're going to be in a high deductible plan where you're going to eat a lot of the initial cost through that deductible, we're going to give you a way to tax-free fund that. But if you don't use the HSA for that, if you say, okay, I'm just going to pay that stuff out of pocket, I'm going to sock money away for the future because I want to take advantage of the tax-free growth, not just the deduction going in and the money coming out tax-free. I want it to do something while it's in there. If you can do that and you got a long time frame, now you're really maximizing the benefit of the HSA account. So the other negative or drawback to HSA accounts is if you don't use it for healthcare for a qualified medical expense, you have to pay taxes on the money that you withdraw and you got to pay a penalty, and it's a steep penalty. It's a 20% penalty on top of the taxes that you're going to pay. So make sure that you're using it for qualified medical expenses when you do. There's lots of things you can use it for that meet that definition, but don't like pull the money out and go buy a car with it, because you're really going to get whacked if you do that. Use your other retirement money for that, or your non-qualified non-retirement money, depending on the circumstance. Use the HSA for healthcare stuff. So there you have it, the HSA in a nutshell. Not typically thought of as a retirement vehicle, but if you're going to use it for retirement, it can be a powerful tool to help defray some of those medical costs and take advantage of all of the tax benefits that it has. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. Lots of stuff like this out there to help you on your retirement journey. I thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.